yes, let we join in for make Salon a better place for we all. Let we forget about nepotism now. Let we forget about tribalism now. And also for Boku people them. And in a big task for ask. But today let we try, let we do we best for make sure say then tin and day we manage them well. I know say now very much of a huge challenge because diversity now something we people and cherish. But me just they appeal say dear when we talk of diversity, let we use them as strength. Let we not use them as weakness. Let we not use them as a tool for weakening Sierra Leoneans them because we all now from one mama we come out in a one mama saloon we know. And that country they now the bath place of we all were born at that country there. So we all get stake in that country there in development. So for them, we don't come back with another episode of politics and economics. So boku thing and they for talk about, but because of this particular subject tonight, I want to do a little bit of justice to the subject because Boku people and they misunderstand the aspect of IMF, and Boku people and they feel say it's all bad. But in writing, let's say in theory, it's not all that bad. It just happen, I must say, it make we politicians them now they strive for even come out of it. So I want for explain, I want for nyaka this IMF thing and the loan we the not gisaloniate, but the first step we now people them they go and observe things them and then they can report to the so-called executive IMF people them, let we say IMF agbagba them, and then go finally approve now for LEC, then disburse the loan. I go take me time and explain within this mean. So waiting I want for do is I don't want for let we focus on the money, say oh the dongi salon money and stuff. I want let we focus on waiting the money supposed for do and the purpose of that money there. So if we're able to understand that, then they go help we for also understand, say the government, they handle am well or you know they handle am well. And the expectation of this money where IMF get for saloon, let we handle the expectation and they I go talk about them and let you go better understand if indeed salon go meet their expectation and they. So I not go talk about any other thing tonight because I know say some people are going to be tempted for like talk about the president in speech, the UN General Assembly. Then they are go left arm for Miss Matilda or Mr. Shillon. And if then get other pressing things then for deal with, maybe I will rub more on that next week. But tonight's program, I really want for do some thing for make people fully understand because IMF now loan did they give. IMF na they give generally na they give grant. So it just feel like where you go say now lender of last resort. But I go play short clip we go explain to now wetin make countries them they go to IMF. So that clip there, na per English, but a short clip video, but I go explain that because if you will understand, wetin are the main reason we make with all the conditionalities then, but still countries then they go to IMF for go trust money. So I go explain that video they go explain, and then I go talk and plain Creole and do not forgive me, but I go do my best for make sure say and not use big words them. So and that make a day for breaking down for now. So for people that will just join the program, my name is Abdul Karim Kargbo, and I'm for telling Boku thank you for una join. And last night we post a video where they show people how they able for turn their notification on from Facebook. So what I go do before I read the numbers them where people can call, I want to go through the I'm not gonna play the video because it's about 6 minutes video, but me go take una through the process live, and I just few clicks you go able for get them. So again, fumble them. I want for sure now this. So for the people them we still not able to understand how they can able turn their notification on for like anytime VOS come live, like how are they live so now, then go able for get something from Facebook. Unfortunately though, now Facebook no more go send that notification there to followers them. We not able for do them directly. We can able share in our group, and we able share comments them, but now the people that we don't log in can able read them comments then they. So for let you go get notification. So when you click on you go now the VOS Facebook page, now this you they see, and come now then three dots them by the left hand side under that search column. You click on them. When you click on them three dots, then you get a pop-up, and by the pop-up you get report page, block, invite friends, and then following. So you click on the following. When you click on the following, you they get this. So if una see the top side where in a news feed, no worry about think worry about the notifications setting. So you get the side where for like you able get notification for live video, meaning where viewers come live. So right now me on turn off. So una can see here down here a turn off. So for that turn them on, you need for click on the arrow, and when you click on the arrow, you see now the check one, now the last one, we're not doing I want because the last one shows say notification they off. So for some people, it can be the middle one where they show say now just highlights the number you go to get, and then they say not doing you want. The one where you want, now the top one, the number one option. So when you check that option there, it'll bring you back to that page where you can able check now, see if you now look now, the live video is show now say all notifications they on now. So that off, it don't come out from there. So now it is show say then they on. But you don't need for tap though. You get for click on update. When you click on update, then the system don't save your setting. So from now on, anytime we go on VOS Cam live, you go able to get notification. So fambul them again, I want for tell una boku thank you for the one them we don't go through that process day. For the one they will not go through that process date, we still they get a little bit of challenge. I go encourage una do and let una talk to una fambul them, una show them, teach them how for doing, because the most important reason we make it nice for let you watch the program live, so you will get opportunity for call or for even text a message, a comment. If you get a question where you want for let we address or verify, we can able for do by the live program. So now the very important, main important reason that we make the live can be of benefit, and you can able also interact with people that they watch we. So Fambulem, again, I want to say boku thank you. And now one topic we go deal with tonight, and that's now IMF approves new 253 million loan for Sierra Leone to support economic recovery. Big word and Dede. Una no worry, I will break them down. Okay. So before we begin the program proper, particularly for people in way they listen to the VOS now we app the VOS radio, then they see the numbers them. So I make we can always like for read them out. So people can write them down. And even though they said they listen through the radio, then can able for call we and be part of the program live. So if you dey call from North America, Fambulem, now toll free way a day on VOS. Now we go pay for that phone bill day. So you need for just dial 1-866-944-7722, 1-866-944-7722, and this na toll free if you in North America. So we include Canada, the United States, Mexico, and Puerto Rico. So Puerto Rico self be part of the United States, but I just want to let people know, say if you did in Puerto Rico, you can able for use this number and call me live. And if you did in the UK, the local number for each we this will be like a local call for you. Now +4420 80891455 +4420 80891455. If you're in Australia, the local number for call where you can able reach VOS as well. Now +6129098437 +6129098437. And if you either then or then A or then day, you just don't want for use the direct line. We get a universal number where I can always say now the one port number. So like it no matter who's part today, if you even this salon, you can able for use this number and call and you're able for still reach me directly. And waiting at the number there. The WhatsApp number now 1-343-997-5828. 1-343-997-5828. And we also get we FM station as salon and we folks then as salon. They do them best for make sure say they're able for tackle community issue and the national issue as well. So that's now FM 91.9. So 91.9 FM na Freetown. And if you're not able to get the coverage, don't worry about that. Don't worry too much. If you get data, just download the VOS app, mobile app, and you're able for download the Google Play Store or the Apple Play Store, Apple App Store. So if you use Android, go to the Google Play Store, download the Voice of Salon app. So just type VOS television and download them. And then similarly, if you now Apple person, you can able still download them and just do the same thing. Go to the Apple App Store and type VOS television, and then you go able for download the app. When you download the app, you go look like this, and we get boku things then where you can able for enjoy even music. And if you want for date somebody, I know say Africans them we kind of shy. Boku people are not can want for show them face because of the cultural thing, but for the people and we really want for try them out. Now free, get nothing for lose. And again, we get salon news, we get classify ad. If you want to put ad VOS through the app, and this also now free, so you can able for do that. So fambul them, that's within we can call the housekeeping item. So in addition to within I just don't say VOS, we get boku platform them where we the broadcast live, and this not just for increase the accessibility, let people able access VOS in a very seamless way. We not going for be painful for say, oh, I'm not able Facebook, I'm not able for go through. So we get YouTube. If again, once for let we know say you they watch we live, because Facebook now sometimes can they your friends then go no say you they watch VOS. So but if you don't bash VOS but yet you still they watch VOS underground, you can go now with YouTube, channel, and then they now, even we no get for no say you they watch, except if you put comment. And then we gonna know who that comment. But for say we go able no say specifically this person they watch, we know we not able get that information there. So you safe. And then if you prefer Facebook, we get the VOS Salon TV, VOS Salon Radio, VOS SL, VOS UK, VOS Australia. And in addition to that, from our Twitter, we now on X, we they broadcast they live as well. And if the all them platform then they not suit you, just go directly in our website. We now vostelevision.com. You go able for still see me live or any presenter, any live program where we dey broadcast, you go able see them at the VOS television. And if you dey drive, or maybe you dey do something else, or maybe like salon people them they think of their data, you just need for go on the radio website, and you go able for listen everything within at the tool, everything where they say. You just not get for see me because na radio. So that were all. Again, we just the time for doing for the love of Mama Salon. We decide for spend money and make sure say we able reach una different ways them. And one other thing way it only become popular because I don't they see more people and now they watch VOS from that particular channel they when a Twitch TV. So plenty time now people are way into games, video games and anything a day. But I see few people and they watch VOS from Twitch. So we want for tell on Boku Tenki. So now not forget to for share and like the page, and for the YouTube channel on our subscribe, because we subscription level really low given the weight of VOS. So we're going to encourage you now for like on our subscribe live. So fumble them again, let we not spend too much time. I just want for us for set the stage, and how I go set the stage. Again, I want to use computer generated process for read the article, not a long article. So the computer go read them. Let we just patient 3 minutes. So after that 3 minutes, there I go come and then find the specific areas then we go make sense to now. Where we go through, and me now go take me time for explain the areas then they for let we understand waiting at this IMF, because people and they say, oh, IMF not good and all that. It be true and it not be true completely. But because of that conditionality, because we then go say, well, for let you get IMF loan, you get away with the subsidies, you get for increased taxes sometimes. But let we think about the goal. Again, I need to try me not to spokesperson for IMF, but I just want for like again, like how Denke always say, everything in life a choice. So IMF need a force country for like then take loan from them. No. However, if they see say the people them of that country they suffer because of the country they mismanage and all that, then go find a way for pressure that country they for look into the facility, the lending facility where IMF can provide and go for them. Because in fact, most times now the people the government then can run go to IMF because they need money for maybe pay themselves. Because that's not the number one thing. And at Dandy, mostly don't affect salon. But I go touch more on that as we go along. So fumble them, una be patient with me. But again, like I say, I want for use the computer, because these days computer, if you set them up, a cable for read the thing at the screen for you. So I go share the screen, and then let we all go follow. And then after which I go come and I try for do this, let people not say I the cherry pick waiting for show. And at that make I want for the computer self read everything where they na the page, where the article. for like una able for understand exactly. So for people who are not familiar with this, you see now you just need for click on the play icon and then it will begin reading for you. So I go do them now and let we listen in and make sense of what in exactly this the articles say. I will come right back after this.
IMF reaches staff-level agreement on a new 38-month extended credit facility arrangement with Sierra Leone and completes 2024 Article 4 mission. September 20, 2024. IMF staff and the Sierra Leonean authorities have reached a staff-level agreement on economic policies and reforms that could be supported by a new 38-month extended credit facility (ECF) arrangement. With requested access of SDR 187 million, about $253 million. The ECF would support restoring stability through continued macroeconomic adjustment to address debt vulnerabilities, reduce inflation, and rebuild international reserves, bolster inclusive growth and poverty reduction through structural reforms and targeted social spending, and revitalize the reform agenda to strengthen governance and institutions, all advancing the poverty reduction and growth aspirations outlined in the country's Medium-Term National Development Plan, MTNDP 2024-30. The Article 4 consultation focused on fiscal and debt sustainability, monetary policy operations, drivers of inflation, external sector stability, trade facilitation, macroeconomic implications of gender inequality, climate-related risks, and the adequacy of social policies. Washington, D.C. and International Monetary Fund (IMF) mission, led by Mr. Christian Sabarowski, visited Sierra Leone from September 4 to 13, 2024. To conduct the 2024 Article 4 consultation and discuss with the Sierra Leonean authorities economic and financial policies that could be supported by a new 38-month ECF arrangement. With requested access of SDR 187 million, about $253 million. The staff-level agreement is subject to approval by the IMF's management and executive board. Today, Mr. Sabarowski made the following statement. A new economic team took over last year and has since taken bold measures to tackle Sierra Leone's macroeconomic imbalances, including a severe cost of living crisis. The authorities reduced the domestic primary deficit by 2.8% of GDP in 2023, and are on track toward reducing it by another 2.1% this year. They also tightened monetary policy sharply by reducing year-on-year base money growth from a peak of 63.4% in June 2023 to 8.8% in June 2024. And raising the policy rate by 7.25 percentage points since end 2022. The reform momentum has borne fruit. Inflation declined to 25% in August 2024, down from a peak of 55% in October 2023, and the sharp exchange rate depreciation experienced in 2022 and early 2023 was arrested. However, T-bill rates remain stubbornly high at over 40%. International reserves have fallen to less than 2 months of imports, and the electricity distribution company EDSA continues to make losses, resulting in significant fiscal pressures. Economic growth reached more than 5% in 2022 and 2023, buoyed by strong mining activity. Sierra Leone's public debt continues to be assessed as sustainable but at high risk of distress, while its external position in 2023 is assessed as broadly in line with the level implied by fundamentals and desirable policies. The new ECF arrangement would aim to restore stability by bolstering debt sustainability, addressing fiscal dominance, bringing down inflation, and rebuilding reserves, support inclusive growth through reforms, including to narrow gender gaps and targeted social spending, and confront corruption, as well as strengthen governance, institutions, and the rule of law. These objectives would advance the poverty reduction and growth aspirations outlined in Sierra Leone's Medium-Term National Development Plan, MTNDP, September 30, 2024. Restoring stability in the Sierra Leonean economy will require a continued ambitious macroeconomic adjustment over the program period. Enhancing revenue mobilization, boosting spending efficiency, and managing fiscal risks will be critical to make room for priority spending on social policies and investment. Strengthening the monetary policy framework and maintaining appropriately tight monetary conditions will be important to safeguard internal and external stability. Making durable progress in fighting poverty and raising standards of living will require a commitment to reform, sustained political and social consensus, and well-targeted social policies. Promoting gender equality and increasing women's economic participation are crucial to boosting Sierra Leone's growth potential. So too are reforms to enhance the business environment by improving EDSA's operational and technical efficiency, strengthening customs administration and transparency, and addressing climate change risks. Guided by the MTNDP 2024-30, steadfast progress in addressing these challenges will be critical. The staff team is grateful to the authorities for the open and productive discussions. The team met with President Bio, Finance Minister Bangura, Deputy Finance Ministers Ali and Koloko, Financial Secretary Dingy, Bank of Sierra Leone BSL Governor Stevens, Deputy Governors Tucker and Sese, Commissioner General Bangura of the National Revenue Authority, and senior government and BSL officials. The mission also had fruitful discussions with representatives from the private sector and development partners. More information about ECF, Extended Credit Facility.
All right, Fambulem, I know say with the computer generated read them fast, and I try for I know reduce the speed just for we able go through the whole thing. But I want for now break and down for una again for the people them way this get boku boku ABAB English them like I say una no need for worry. I will just go through the main aspect of the article for una. So the first chunk of things then the article talk about now say the IMF don't allow the government let just see them IMF staff and the Sierra Leonean authorities have reached a staff level agreement on economic policies and reforms that could be supported by a new on I underline that 38-month extended credit facility arrangement with requested access of SDR 187 million, which is about US dollar 253 million. So just that particular line there or that paragraph there, two things them way I want for share with una fambulem. So una go will better understand this whole IMF thing. I know say yes, again, a boring for talk about all length here, but where it can the money business na salon, there let we not feel bored because a very, very important, sadly enough, no mechanism nor they say if we politicians then spend the money recklessly, we not get way for jail them. Pass if another government come and then pass commission of inquiry and say let them pay back or that type of thing. And when I know what in they mean, it will bring a little bit of katakata in the country as we see we the SLPP government led by President Bill try to go after the former government under Anes Baikoma. We all see what in happen. So all we need for do as Sierra Leoneans them, let we not wait till reach to that tipping point where they not go for payback or they mismanage the money, and then the country suffer significantly for that. So let first assure una waiting na extended credit facility. So let us show una that, and after which I go show una waiting the SDR mean. So then two terms then they're very, very important for let we understand this particular arrangement where the saloon government don't make with the IMF staff them we go investigate or we go meet with President Bill and finalize the arrangement as they call it. So within the extended credit facility, this na program where they provide financial help over the medium term to low income countries them like Salon countries that will not get money. So over the medium term, this facility they extend them to then country that will not get money. Especially then country that will not get money, but they face financial trouble. So, and especially where they're not able for pay for the goods and services where they buy from other country. And we know say like rest and the other essential things them Salon not able for feeding self, for grow, rest and the other things them we they feed. So we get for buy them from other countries them. And money no they. And as a matter of fact, I go where I come to that side of the article. The article make a very clear, say Salon be they go now a very, very troubling area where the reserve what we get for buy goods and particularly imported goods when a foreign exchange, so the foreign reserve where Salon get even less than 2 months worth of buying the thing and day. So una see how dire the situation be done being a Salon where the government go to IMF and say, you know what, thing they really, really done tough na that country there. So want for loan help we. So IMF decide for use this facility where again for people them way familiar with small financial thing, think of like where you get line of credit where the bank they put na your account. Let's say, for example, 10,000. Say we go give a line of credit up to 10,000. So that they mean say when you get access to that line of credit today, if even you don't need the entire 10,000, but it did it for you. So where you need money, where extra money, where not in your account, you can take from that line of credit there. But when you take that line of credit there, you go begin pay plenty line of credit them. Now just the interest number for let you keep them going. So you can just pay the interest for sustain or for service that line of credit there. So you they only pay interest by the amount where you take. And at a similar way again to this facility. So now credit line or line of credit, IMF they give to the bank, I mean to the country because the country and why I play that short video and I go know why countries then they go to IMF instead of them go to side we not get that kind tight condition. But even though plenty African countries then they don't begin go other side for escape IMF because they don't want for account for be transparent and IMF they ask for all lending in there. So we don't they see say plenty African countries and particularly don't be they go to China now, rely heavily on China because with China now then get some secret deal then we then go allow for do and them politicians here the only tell we go know say they don't go take big debt for on behalf of the country, plenty of them are waiting in all left power. So the possibility can they realize say, oh the country they in big debt we don't even be they not be even tell the citizens them. But IMF now, like how I say, this now way for like the able for let the country not suffer past mark, particularly within they call the vulnerable population, the people them way poor, the people them way not they were disabled and they're not able for make ends meet because you get some people they get disability but yet they're financially stable but this now the more vulnerable people we IMF they look after. But again Baku people then go argue say okay well IMF the intention fine appear because they look out for the people but the question now is the politicians they wouldn't get them money then go really try for take care of the people and we go try for answer ask that question there and try for find answer to it. So the ECF we are the extended credit facility. So Larry the English and then I'll go explain part you the second part. So the ECF is part of a larger program called the Poverty Reduction and Growth Trust, which aims to help countries reduce poverty and support economic growth. So in simpler terms, what in this mean? The ECF gives money to poorer countries that have ongoing financial problems to help them stabilize their economies and improve living conditions for their people. So una see the intention na ya. So the intention then consistently they point them to poor people them for like they reduce poverty in the country. But yeah, with politicians them, then go right fine, 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 fine. But as they get the money, look, for example, in Nigeria, then they cry, say, let IMF help them and all that. We then get the IMF loan. Waiting the president first do. He go buy another presidential jet. So that's the show the priority of we leaders them. And guess what? They're not personally liable for that debt day. Now the country liable for that debt day. Because again, like I was say, IMF they loan them not to free. You get for pay them. Yes, then go give you time for pay them, but you still get for pay them. So before I go through the article, let I just bring to una attention this particular the other one where I say the other word or the other phrase we SDR. So what do it mean? It mean special drawing rights. So una remember when I talk about the credit facility, say now like how you they get line of credit, and that line of credit they allow you for withdraw once the door approves say okay well you get certain amount where within this period you able for withdraw from that account that account the facility we're not a pool we then can just establish for a particular country and give them certain facility or amount, put them in that particular pool day, and then say on a cable for withdraw up to this particular maximum. So all that nine day per the arrangement we they be get with IMF very shortly in September. But when I go see by the article, the period where they will go salon and do all the findings where they be get for do. And so it not go surprise when I say the government be really try for please IMF and we then bring all sort of things them for like conditions them for like una really see am say yes the country they suffer but for the most part they also get for please IMF because otherwise they're not going to get the loan within they ask for. So now it make we see say with all the people and complain the government still go ahead and put additional tax per rest even though rest there, even though people and they complain, but the government do for the most part for satisfy IMF. So let's talk a little bit about the special drawing right. So what did he say? Is it an international reserve asset created by the International Monetary Fund? That's the SDRs are used to supplement the official reserves of IMF member countries. The value of an SDR is based on a basket of major international currencies, the US dollar, euro, the Chinese renminbi, Japanese yen, the British pound, and then conclude by saying, although SDRs are not a currency themselves, they can be exchanged among governments for freely usable currencies to stabilize a country's economy or boost reserves. So let I explain what Nandi mean. Me fumble them. Again, we politicians them can sabi gladdy gladdy for almost everything. But this now something where then therefore be careful. Yes, for them, sadly enough, they not care if the country left by debt. But here is within it mean that SDR not to money where you go say like the United States dollar or the British pound, you're gonna mark it, you pay and then you know. So this now part of the facility, but waiting they happen, especially way like how they say, if you want go buy something from other country, so because this country, they within the IMF system, so you just need for exchange this currency where now it gets a basket where they assess the weight them based on the major currencies them. So a value. Okay, so now not to like dollar like currency where any other person can just take this now between government to government where they can able use them if let's say for example, and father forbid it, but if the government want for go buy weapon and say now US directly can they sell weapon or the other country them and stuff, so if they not get money that they reserve for pay for that, then cable use this money, this kind of medium for exchange for the goods the way they want, like any other goods as well. So now that make a usable. So waiting and say now is then give they look at the equivalent of the amount we the lend salon say in dollar term, the equivalent now $253 million. So meaning the government open for spend that money they, if after we don't approve and after we the management and the executive members them of IMF don't approve. But normally it can take it can be a big deal after we don't successfully go investigate and the staff then get a recommendation, say everything fine, the country the comply with the preliminary conditions that will we give them, yes, they on track for like then go able for use the money for sustain the economy and down the road able for pay back the loan. So then people and they and some people that don't talk rumor say at times then people and they we can go investigate, they can bribe them and whatnot, but we not get any evidence of that. But as a matter of fact, we they don't come and then give a report most times. They can just formality no more for the management and the executive of IMF for approve. Say okay, well based on what you don't say, we approve. Except if something out of the ordinary happen, then they can go back and try for reassess, like they see huge deterioration in certain, like something the government, like at one point, like the example, EBK before the election of 2018, because one of the conditions them now for like he cut the subsidies, let he remove the subsidies per res, petrol, and I believe say now the two major areas than that, but other things then they back with and say for remove subsidies from. But they're not do am because to them believe say if they be do am middle election campaign, APC for be lost, even though they lost anyways. So that now some of the things them where they say for let you do and when you not do am, so now he make the no disburse the additional money where they be say because now chunk of I'm not just saying I want and they give all, then get period them like timetable say okay well within this timetable we go give this much force, but the total amount where you get access to in this case, now the $253 million. Now the total money we get access to, and now it make them say 38 months. So within that period, then go they give by chunk. Not to say they go give the entire money at one go. No, except if you're in a very very dire situation, then they can do that. We can do that for Ghana, but for Salone it get for spread within that period we they make the arrangement for say within the 38 months. So Salone get access to $253 million. So but anytime where they want for take certain amount, IMF can still, if they not see say things that don't improve, they can still go back and say, no, wait, we don't see say the money where you take, you know, do according to waiting we expect you for do because still inflation high, or you spending high and then type things then can stop just like how they will stop under Anesco say no, they're not going to disburse further money, even though they will not approve the money, but because of continue with the program where they ask them, and rightfully so because of the election, so Salon will be able to get additional of the money. So now it make way the government, President Bio, can bash and say, oh, they be terrible, they be this, they be that. No, then do them for political, what I go call expediency, for political advantage, and technically for the people of Sierra Leone. Because when you pull the subsidy, it means say automatically price then go up. And at that day we see where because of President Bill be wants that money from IMF and not be get much of a viable choice, but for like a implement wetin EBK no be try for do. So we in do am now, I don't really see why it is see that put hardship at the people of Salon, where now things that don't go up significantly. And Nigeria, they face similar situation as well, where they pull them fuel subsidy, even though the government have to convince the average Nigerian person and say, well, if we pull the subsidy, we go able for use that money there for improve the healthcare, for improve the job, for create more jobs or stimulate the economy in a way that more jobs go be for the youth. So they say all that just no more for let people and see and like say, well, hardship go there, but we get other way we okay, will soften the hardship. But Nigerians them, even though they don't pull the subsidy, but they see and clearly say that they not help at all because the inflation go up through the roof. So then they say we see the impact, similar impact as Salon, even though we now it look like say waiting I go say the people are doing bam, which is sad enough because Baku people, even the one that will get job, they're not able to get enough salary for cover the rate at which price then they go up. So that's now the easy explanation for them two words here. The extended credit facility when are the ECF, and also the special drawing right way now the SDR. So for let people fully understand that. And again, before I go straight to the too deep into the news article, I also want for show una in terms of waiting at this extended credit facility. It just feels like a loan term for the people that we're familiar. The one that we can go to us for buy motor car or even for buy house, the two major assets them where people them can go to a bank for. Yes, thinking some people them can go to a bank and withdraw money for them business. They can do that. But however, in terms of let I tell una, in terms of the other aspect of the breakdown, because I know say beaucoup people can say, well, now big debt and stuff. This not supposed to be bad thing. It just happen almost say with politicians them, they need to put them at the right side for like they're able indeed stimulate the economy. So let us show una a little bit about waiting at the purpose for this extended credit facility and waiting at the term, like the loan term. So the thing why they show una, I just to explain waiting at the extended credit facility, we provide the medium term financial assistance to low income countries with protracted balance of payment problem. Again, I will don't say this severally where President Bill, the not just say they do the country they do well. Now that make IMF come for help with no. It just tell like again, I don't say I repeatedly where you they go now hospital. You know go tell me say you healthy and then you go hospital, you go admit now hospital. It don't make any sense. You go only go admit now hospital when you sick. You know go be healthy and say, well, I just go admit no more. No, no, no. If now just a routine checkup, you go there, then do checkup and come back. But you know go admit. So for let we day now this facility and use the IMF facility, it clearly shows say Salon get money problem. No question about that. Because if Salon no be get money problem, will not be need this facility. So I want for make it very clear to people them how the politicians, and not to just President Bill, even Anis Kuma, how they mislead Sierra Leoneans them. And for the most part, African leaders them, they mislead deliberately, mislead people them and thinking to say people them dumb. But that way we are sort of guna the simple example, when I for able to understand, say, Salon financially they struggle, and at that make IMF step in based on the request. Salon ask IMF for step in, and IMF step in and provide this facility. So waiting at the purpose, because it's very very important for let people then know waiting I go say they're right, because this na Salon money, not a President Bill or former UNESCO, President Koroma, then personal money. No. So dear me family, when I not saying like say na favor that they do the country. No, no. And that way whether they say, oh now because of president, some people then go say, oh now because President Bill they travel, make we able get access to this facility. Then they self na false assertion Nandi, because IMF, you travel, you not travel, you don't need for, in fact, travel, because now then they can meet you. You go, yes, send you finance minister for then go initiate the arrangement or the process, but then get for physically come now you country and can observe, and then get them findings and go back, go report on it. So not just something where you go say, oh, because the president they travel and all that. So fumble them again. I just want to bring this to our attention because I watched the an interview with the information minister do and try for justify President Bill in Boku Boku travel and say, oh, well, they travel for go help because the United Nations Security Council call upon them for assist in bringing peace or negotiate peace deal with other countries them and stuff. So, but think about it though. The money for the president build a fly. Because as a matter of fact, if in fly be the bring reward or they bring financial benefit, more financial benefit, more than waiting they spend, will not for be go to IMF, will not for be do that at all. But here we are. So with all the fly, still Salonde in financial trouble. So we go to IMF and say, dear, una come extend for we this facility, this for trust we, let we able to take care, because the money will for buy, import things them, pay for imports for things that would import, that money they don't reduce. So now we get only money we able buy for sustain the country within less than 2 months. So just imagine, if IMF not be stepping and the way how the country be they spend, because President Bill no hear you say reducing salary, no hear you say a reduce the people then we hire. So with all that, you ask yourself, saying, now just matter of time, salon for be collapse, like for be bankrupt. Because if IMF not be stepping, and remember, less than 2 months, meaning that the way how be they go so, in less than 2 months, Salon for be bankrupt. So that's not scary situation for a country for the in. So for let people and they say, oh, president being policies them they don't help with the stabilize the economy and stuff like that. Not so much. But I will come to that though. I just want to draw to on our attention where the Minister of Information they try for give some excuse them we buck off we know say now just it's in I woke that I'm not go blame them, but it they mislead the people them of Sierra Leone because that fly, it is spent. And one of the issues then we bring Salon to this level now because of the reckless spending. We they spend more than what they take in. So when you do them consistently, able like how they can say no more, no matter how money flop us, if they pull from the they put or when you pull if you pull $1, for example, and then when you put 80 cent. So definitely you consistently they short 20 cent. So if you do them over time, that money go reduce or it go for them. So that's not the situation with Salon Depa right now. But in terms of that situation where yes, na good thing because Salon na part of the world. Salon now a member of the United Nations. But the fundamental thing there is when we want to ask the question, why we get a foreign minister, why we get the ambassadors them, now them different countries then they, why we get the ambassador to the United Nations. So them people and they we no go require every convoy, no go able for do the work way they say president bill. To me, in fact, this is not my opinion though, even disrespectful for like the presidents they go all over the place. I not say he willing for do that for whatever reason to we me and you two know say now just way no more for fan for they take the country money. But clearly the people them of Salon for be priority for spend more time now in country than the way rate at which they go out. Because a appoints them people and they where now the foreign team for they do the for engage in all length in a way they go up and down and say they do. So why it's just unfortunate though. But to me, probably President go Bill go make a better foreign minister than a president because a president the number one priority for be for serve your people them at home. America they get money pass by according to the GDP, then get money pass all the country in the world by the GDP. But the policy where they do most of the travel for engage in the international thing and they now the equivalent where we get as foreign minister. So to them, now the Secretary of State. Una they see previously Obama in time, Clinton, they all over the place. Even with situation where Trump accused them of that Libya issue and stuff, now in try for deal with them. And that's not the work of the foreign minister. And he get the ambassador them way for help them for do that. You the president no need for go all over the place. So what do they pay the ambassadors then for? What do they pay with foreign minister for? So this not just no more flimsy excuse where the Minister of Information gave because really then travel yeah, given the fact say we get less than 2 months for less salon run out of foreign money, that they should say all waiting presidents build on they do in terms of boosting the economy, let they work. And I will come more to that because the thing them we they write by the article, they talk about certain things them we don't they reduce, inflation don't reduce and stuff. But you go get for ask yourself, why inflation go up to 55% in the first place if the policy is strong enough? So let us show una go back to the credit facility from Bulem. So in terms of the credit facility, what's in the purpose? I hope a large enough una de see am. Maybe la try for increase and one notch and see. Okay. So waiting at the purpose. The purpose for this extended credit facility now for assist PRGT, waiting at the PRGT, Poverty Reduction and Growth Trust, eligible countries with a protracted balance of payment problem to implement economic programs that make significant progress towards a stable and sustainable macroeconomic position consistent with strong and durable poverty reduction and growth. So you see, they use poverty for reduce poverty. Plenty term. They use that word that yeah, and that's not the key. Say they give you access to this facility for where you take that money there, you engage in a program, social programs them, where go bring limania. The people that were not to Muslim will not forgive me, but I don't know if but now salon where they say this Christian themselves, I believe say them for no waiting a limania. We go bring limania, so meaning that we go bring better calm not in life. And that's not the main purpose. So when you look at paper, I don't feel say IMF do anything wrong. Because this paper, IMF consider the trouble, the suffering where people and they go through. And then say, okay, well, this facility will they provide for you. Now, for let you engage in economic programs them, we go stabilize the economy and by extension, it go reduce the poverty in the country. So the question now is, Salon, because we ask a question, by the way, now YouTube, we ask that question there as a poll question. We ask, say, do you think the new IMF loan will have a positive impact on Sierra Leone's economic recovery? So, in a nutshell, pass Salon people them this money where they can get access to, it go able make a meaningful contribution to the people in life. It will make the people in life better compared to waiting that they suffer now. I go left the answer there to una. So now let we go to the eligibility before I show una the terms, because the terms of the loan very, very attractive from Bulem. But let we go to the eligibility. So whose country them can get access to this facility? The PRGT, remember this about the poverty reduction, and we basically don't show now waiting that abbreviation there. So the PRGT eligible countries facing a protracted balance of payment problem, resolution of underlying macroeconomic imbalances is expected to extend over the medium or long term. So this not to just if let's say will pay you debt for 1 or 2 months, then we just come no, then call out then talk about protracted, like something where don't they happen, like systemic something, it don't they happen for long, able for the pay you bills them. So you go eligible for this extended credit facility. So Famulem, IMF gets boku other ways that we trust people more. But this particular one is specific to the country then where they in more financial trouble. Una go see where I go down, say the interest rate na zero. You know, they pay no interest per this loan. So that's make the not they just give any country. Therefore, see say you country really they suffer, you they struggle, you almost they near bankruptcy. Then they go step in and give this facility access to this facility. So in a way, given the eligibility, the countries then were eligible for get this loan, Salona for Glady for that. Yes, we for say kudos because IMF they rescue we, but it also they tell we say the country they in a very bad shape. So that's now the thing way I want for like una take from this, because for let them say for let you get access to this facility, you get for really in big trouble, financial trouble. So for the fact say Salon eligible for get access to this credit facility, it means say Salon they in big financial trouble. Me fambulem again, me akinlek, not to for scare people them, not to for talk down on me country, but I can always like forgive people in the true picture. And this is English, okay? Saying the eligibility for letting you get access to this extended credit facility. Then go only give that if you dey in a serious financial trouble. And again, I will go to the article where they show how saloon situation be done really bad off. Where they assess and say, okay, then go step in for help. So now, in terms of the conditions, Boku people and they talk about IMF conditionality and stuff like that. But where I read this, I go play that video they and let una able for understand waiting now the reason we make countries them they go and trust money to IMF, particularly for ask for this program, this extended credit facility. So now the conditions them, the conditionality, make it clear now, yeah, saying economic programs should include policies to make progress towards a stable and sustainable macroeconomic position consistent with strong and durable poverty. Again, then continue for say this poverty reduction and growth. Programs should be aligned with the country's own development strategy and aim to advance the country's poverty reduction and growth objectives. Conditionality is focused on policy actions that are critical to achieving the program's objectives. It normally consists of prior actions, quantitative conditions, performance criteria, and indicative targets, and structural benchmark. Again, I don't throw boku thing them, but I go explain safu for una. But this conditionality, if I read more about them, una can able go. But I want to go into the particular, the loan itself, like waiting na the term of the loan. Like I was say, boko funa we don't trust money for buy motor car, it get term. It can be 5-year loan, and then you get the interest amount and all that. So for let una know say IMF they try because of the country they in a very bad shape, bring we to this program so we go will get ourselves out of the problem we don't put ourselves in. So in terms of the duration, so generally it can be between 3 to 5 years with an overall maximum duration of 5 years. So the maximum time where you can get into this 5 years. But for we now, they say 38 months. So meaning slightly over 3 years. Because it is between 3 and 5 years for day into this program. But what about the repayment? So for let una aware, say this na loan, no, not a free money. But the good thing is the repayment. So for 5.5 years, you get grace period. You know they pay nothing. And a final maturity of 10 years. So what did that mean? Saying for the first 5 years, for 5 years, you know they pay nothing. Because again, when I see the interest rate, currently zero. So currently, they know they charge we no interest, but this money, this credit facility, where they give we. All we need for do is we adhere to the conditions them, and then we're good to go. But the problem is the suffering for lack we able to come back on track, meaning that salon get for go on financial diet. People have way familiar with our phrase they I should also now understand what that mean. But for tighten we belt. So this now the point where I want to make. Una clearly understand Fambulem. See, grace period of 5.5 years. So what do it mean? It means say by the time we they begin for pay back this loan, if a commodity president bill go down in 2 term, go down end. So meaning that the policy we get for come after him, now in get for can pay this loan. So me fambulem una see why we need for be very vigilant in the sense that we try for make the government all accountable, and that make we are so passionate about the auditor general in issue, because now one of the few, even the only platform that we are go say we put we trust, we hope and trust in for like the able stop the current administration for spend we money recklessly. Because President Bill, the tell will get for begin pay this money. So in get all reason for gladdy. Because to him, the money in order for begin pay him way in time they on. So the time we will get for begin pay this money where they get for finally give we access to now 5.5 years. So tell me too, if President Bill no get for dinner power, where salon go begin pay this money, you not get any incentive for tightening belt? No. So, but we, the people them of salon, now we for make sure say we support the institutions them. We go all President Bill accountable for like spending money in a basa way, where go fit for the purpose of waiting them give the money for, and by extension for let salon go come back on track, for let we not even get reason for use all that money there. Because again, just like how I say, credit facility, that line of credit, you don't necessarily need for use all the money where the bank put aside, say anything you need, you choke up. So, but because the way how we structure, President Bill not get any liability in a way directly. Because you not get for say, okay, well, so then the time we'll go begin pay the loan, and then if the economy no pick up, that means the people them go suffer more because I not go get more money or extra money for spend by the social programs, by programs them we go able to touch their life. So when I see why I say, dear, let us not put politics by then kind discussion here. When they discuss them here, let we think of the country. So if we think of the country, we fumble them, whether you know SLPP or APC, you go want for know how President Bill go spend this money. Because for President Bill, and not get no liability. and not get for say, oh, then go politically, oh, I'm liable, or it go be political suicide, or whatever it is. If waiting is saying that too, and not get for run again. So meaning 5 year, 5.5 year down the road, President Bill not there again. Oh. Just like how the money them way former President Koma trust in the President Bill can pay the money then they will help for choke the country in finances. Because the money way and Koma be trust, like either the interest rate or the installment payment, now President Bill can pay for they pay for them because they still they pay. In just unfortunately, they'll add more pada debt they, unfortunately. So meaning that instead of the next president go take over and say, okay, you know what? Koma pass on to okay, Kaba pass on to Koma in a very good way. Koma pass on to Bill, the country is stable, and then Bill. So now so is supposed to be if we leaders then care about the country in prosperity. But no, evidence no they will show that at all. So instead, what did they do? Just like our presidents Bill they do. And quite recently, with all the struggle, where the country they struggle, a continue for they give people a more position when not even necessary. So then they put additional financial strain by the country. So again, Fambulem. So la finalize before I open the phone line. By the way, la finalize within the term now. So I don't talk about the zero interest rate where some people and they say, oh well, IMF. Other countries, then like the advanced countries, then they toss us at very low interest rate, but we in Africa, the interest rate high, not for this loan, this facility. This facility, because of the countries the way they allow access to this extended credit facility, then they in a very dire situation. So as a result, just for let them get some amount of I go say breather, let them go able breathe, let them go able for come back on track. So then push the repayment where now after 5.5 years, just imagine, and then they say, okay, well the interest now zero. But the problem though, even though the interest now zero, our loan no say where will they pay back? Will they pay back the equivalent of the SDR? Not so equivalent of a dollar, no. Now the SDR. So meaning if we not still try for do something for make sure say we economy strengthen, we allow we domestic currency for continue for depreciate, that the similar effect of higher interest rate now they get for come in because we go spend more for replace the money where we toss for pay them back because of we allow we local currency for deteriorate so much that now the exchange rate not doing we favor. So, but if we allow we currency for strengthening, then it can even be a better option for where we get for repay we loan because we dey pay them now with we local currency stronger. So I want for let una understand that the back, meaning that the country get for day in a very strong financial footing before ever we go say, okay, well, this is worth it. So waiting at they say in a nutshell, for trust money, just like any other thing, like say you trust money for business. If you trust money for business and your business successful, you go pay that loan day and still your business they maintain. So waiting and they mean you don't able to establish business, you don't pay off your loan, now you they turn over your profit. So that's not very good venture. But on the flip side, if you trust money, you open business. And let's say now close business. And then you they wear most of the clothes in the name of say, oh well, at a showcase and stuff. Or let's say food. um, you take loan for do fish business, Loputanso. And then now you owes, instead of you kind of they eat moderately, now them big fish them you they eat. So by the time you know it, you don't eat the profit. You go begin they eat now the waiting and call the head money. So by the time you know it, that business they know better. So it go hard now for let you pay back, because one, you don't even get the money, and two, for like you maybe go work other side for pay this money and stuff, say EAB. So now similar situation with the money awarded to us. If we use them fine, we put them into programs that will go stimulate the economy, and very good. But if like how we they do so na salon, alter we go ask for more money and stuff, where we get we pay boku salaries them instead of we cut on salaries. No, we they hire more people, and like how the last time President Bio in address na parliament, he say well let parliamentarians them pray for let IMF release the money October, because they go through the people away for sign the management and executive, it will be October. So you're right. Because the money do not release it get a final stage. So if you say, oh, let them pray the parliamentarians them. So what's now they tell we? They tell we say the salary depend on it. And all the other people them. So but I know they tell the average saloon person what they get for do. I know they say that. And remember, the main purpose of this money, not for you parliamentarians them, not for you ministers them for pay salary. The main purpose now for reduce the hardship on the people of Sierra Leone. Poverty reduction. Now the main purpose that. So fumble them, let we allow play for now. By the way, the phone lines they open. So while they talk, if calls then come in, I will stop and then take the calls them, because we don't get long time. But I just want for walk on through waiting this money day for, when are the purpose for the money, and also waiting at the conditions them, like the terms of the money, because the IMF conditions, I will kind of go through them. But let I play for now the short video. We go explain waiting countries them can need the money for, and why did they go to IMF for go to us money? Because plenty time President Bill don't say something about that, but be completely Siam in a truthful way. He left something them out. So I go come right back, let I play them, then we'll listen about 2 minutes video, and I go come right back.
Why might a country go into an economic or financial crisis? Perhaps it mismanaged its economic policies. Maybe global demand for its exports, say commodities, went down rapidly, or it faced a natural disaster. As a result, the country is no longer able to pay its bills, like debt payments or public sector salaries. What does the country do? The IMF was established more than 70 years ago precisely for this reason, to provide emergency financing and help countries stabilize their economies. Without such financing, the impact on the country and its people would be much worse. Countries often come to the IMF when they have no other lending options. Private investors and banks may be unwilling to risk giving money to a troubled country. The IMF provides short-term loans at an interest rate much lower than the market. It also provides zero-interest loans to poorer countries. Because IMF lending is fast and flexible, it gives countries breathing room by allowing them to meet their immediate financial needs. That breathing space gives time for new policies to have an impact. The IMF works with countries to resolve issues that led to the economic crisis in the first place in a way that puts the economy on a firmer footing, while paying attention to protecting the poor and vulnerable. These groups are typically affected the most by crises. The IMF's involvement sends a strong signal of support among private investors and banks. This helps give investors the confidence to come back and invest. Regaining this source of financing further helps the country get back on its feet. The IMF currently has lending arrangements of about $185 billion with 36 countries, enabling them to strengthen their foundations for inclusive growth that benefits all citizens.
So, unai how we end up a growth that benefits all citizens. So the main reason we did they go to IMF now because they're not able to get lending facility any side other than IMF. And because they mismanage and go through financial problems because of reckless spending, it can be because of crisis. And we know say, yes, the COVID, it happened and it affects most, if not all the countries in the world. But we they overplay the impact of the COVID. We all know that because otherwise other countries them now they go through similar economic pressure or crisis as Sierra Leone right now. But I just want for draw attention to me brother Robert Kargbo. You said, Mr. Kargbo, stop bringing Anis by Koromar. He now out of this. It's Mother Bio's responsibility directly to put this untold hardship on the citizens. My brother, governance and continuity. If an escoma for be left a sound foundation, the country not for reach to this level where it is. Because Mother Bio not for be get the urge for go to IMF right away. But the country and Escoma left them in a bad shape. Yes, it is in a worse shape now compared to how an Escoma left them. But an Escoma not be left the country in a great shape at all. The country be in debt. And of course, I just explained earlier saying why an Escoma not continue with the IMF conditionalities now because of politics. Not because the economy don't strong, now because of politics. So, my brother, we need for call with politicians there, and that's make them clear. Say you be APC or SLPP, then we politicians here, do not get any personal responsibility for pay them loan here. We don't get no way for go after them and say them for pay the loan. No. So the only way how we can able stop them is now. Like before the money come. We for make sure say we own way. They show we waiting and get for do with the money. And if they spend the money, let we make sure say the Auditor General ask them for sure how they spend the money. And remember the last time I talked about the types of auditing. Then the self can be one of the auditing. Where for be performance auditing. For see if they spend the money as expected. Like it improve, like how you go say value for money. Then give we the proper value for the money. Let me take a call and I go come right back with that. But brother, please, let we all we politicians they accountable. VOS Network. Hello caller, waiting your name and who said they call you from, please.
Yes, Mr. Kargbo, how are you, sir?
I did do well, brother. Thank you.
Okay. I'm Alusari call from Maryland.
Wonderful. Thank you very
Yes,
much for your
just
call, sir. Go ahead,
you're
please.
welcome. I want to make small contribution about this extended credit facilities.
Okay.
We can get back. Me understanding is because there is a possibility for me to get some based on the last loan IMF QE, that 5 years loan, because we might have you take over as you explain, to contribute on the austerity. At the same way IMF pull out because the condition wouldn't give an exclamation agree for implement them. I make IMF pull out, but when mother come, now I do the same thing. When I come, when you implement most of the policies, remove the subsidies for the rice and petrol, as you explained. Now I make the eligible for make them get this as compared to other countries like Zimbabwe, we IMF no give loan, like Panama, IMF no give the loan because they be fail for the commitment to the big Peru and other country. I go name but few countries that are eligible. Forget this loan here. We because it also like when we credit bureau give particular loan, you not pay on time. They say if you pay the end of the month, then you late. So you're not eligible anymore. Salon the country always get deficit because with the import more than with the export. So IMF now the country with the bailout, so with the help for balance that discrepancy there. Salon one of the country, a low income country. But the only thing we use for credibility, for example, we don't say make it begin raise tax. Salon and not use for pay tax. The Lebanese then they don't say pay when you get tax collector, you go and give small you put on your pocket. But then take that money within the column, they put on the treasury, basically. What they say for big exports, because we not be account for some export below because it be cancelled some contract, some mining contract then. Because that's the way and it's remind me now we get a mining contract, money comes, they all be in full force. 6-cylinder, like in a 6-cylinder engine, 6-cylinder already blow. They say Salon be get one of the fastest growing economy in the world. Umara be in Ghana, you know, meet only. So this 5 years they don't come, we implement from 2018 to 2023, and I make they don't extend that, right? I make they go get this other 38 months. Based on the record. You listen to more, you know, do well, pan, that the revenue generation, I not be waiting and call, but the stability, the financial stability, sorry, the exchange rate not stable a little bit from last October it begins stable. 30 days stable. If not slight and call line day. Petrol price not begin go down. Basically. Food not short in the country. They call the country now. So the advantage where this government gets now because they be committed to the condition that 5 years. Now that same condition they is still there where they go get, but because they implement and also na smooth rate selling no more now. Because na 0% as you say, na 0% no more now. As long as you not put subsidy for rice and petrol, everything will be fine. If you continue so. In travel, and in a statutory travel. Any president get for go to United Nations every year. If you're not EU president, you get for go to EU conference. If not ECOWAS president, you get for go ECOWAS. And President Bio, where you come, not be get the export not be so strong. So you get for go to in France around the world. For God advocate for money for a free educational program, they will be even this feed salon. A friendly country that is support them. And based on the record they don't perform, the United Nations General trust them. Other people and trust them that they make it big, they make it chair some conference there for raise money based on the record. Even if I already go because if do good for education, I make it selling stuff. I make salon right now, they don't talk too much about the Ebola anymore, much like the guy is saying. Like change the image.
Okay.
So now we get a chance. I think get one more time. The fees are low get a chance. Let we see what you go do back with this money.
Okay. Me brother, I don't know when you join the program. I don't know exactly when.
From start.
Okay, from start.
Yes.
But you be there Usai I read the purpose of this extended credit facility.
Yes.
Now because we need to do well. not because we they do well, make them put
Now,
we
because, no, Mr.
into this
Kargbo, no, I
facility.
disagree with you that side. Respectfully, I disagree with you,
Yeah,
sir.
but
What
but
you make
but
a decision,
but
so?
waiting at the purpose. Other channels then they where you they pay interest for loan. But this one specifically, then give we zero interest, give we access to this facility because Salon, but the reserve is less than. I go show you. But anyway, let not hold you too long. But clearly, your assessment not correct. Your assessment not correct at all because Salone in
Really?
a dire economic situation. Now, it make Salone get access to this extended credit facility because this facility only reserved for countries then with a very terrible economic
No,
condition.
low income countries. We need to balance in budget. Sorry, export to import. If you import more than you export, you get to go to IMF for let them make up that difference. But
Not
let them fill up the gap in
not to
the
IMF,
deficit.
not to IMF. They make the difference. They make up
And so for the
difference.
past 5 years, it not be possible for make it stable because you
Not
get a lot of unrest. Augustine come, Tumbo come, McKinney business come, who come? So whose country will develop? Whose country
okay.
economy go boom under the
Okay.
condition maybe?
Okay,
Under the instability
now you they give the reasons why the
So
country economy terrible. No,
whose country
so
go succeed economically
no now
under
you
the
they
instability then they?
anyways Lord take another call, but
All right,
your
I'll call back
your
later.
assessment wrong. VOS Network, hello caller, waiting your name and who the call from, please.
Good evening, brother Kargbo. This is your brother calling from Washington, my man. Good evening, sir.
Hello, bro. Thank you very much. Go ahead, please. Waiting how you take on the program tonight, sir.
Well, my program, I always have problem with IMF loans. That's just me, you know. I have problem with IMF loans, period. But let me. I usually don't do this, but I want to challenge my brother. We just call shortly in premise. My brother, part of this loan, I don't know if my brother understand what this loan is about. We're in a bad place. I make sure to get the loan.
Particularly this one, very simple.
Especially this one. This one is designed for that. You know, it's designed for that. I don't know if my brother understand that our reserve today is less than 2 months. You know, yes, our currency have stable to some extent, but I mean, again, my brother, if you want to go that route, that is globally. Petroleum come down, that is globally, right? So that is that trend.
Yeah.
That's an economic
because
trend
of
globally that's
individual
happening,
policy,
right? But again, and the inflation, yes, inflation have come down based on the last IMF, whatever thing they make we do have come down to some extent, but the inflation that the daily people experience in Sierra Leone is up about 40%. Basic commodities, daily commodities, that is affecting Sierra Leoneans. And it's not just Sierra Leone. We ourselves in the United States feel that same effect. Right? Some of us will go to the poll this November, you know, to make whatever statement you want to make that way. Right? But Sierra Leone have that problem. My brother, it's difficult in the country. It's very, very difficult now in the country. If you happen to travel upline and even in the city and see what's in the go on, it's very, very difficult. I don't think we should be. This is not about politics. I think we need to move politics away from this. But anyway, Me, I got problem with IMF loans. I got serious problem with IMF loans because I truly believe the diaspora itself can replace IMF loans. That 38 months for this loan, if the diaspora come together, if it was going on the right place, we can replace them. But that's a different topic. I know we got some brother that hate for me when I talk about what we go do for our country. But anyway, that's my noise for the night. I thank you, Mr. Kargbo, for explaining this into the detail that you're explaining it into being. But I want also other people to know this is just the last point. Part of this loan go to for our reserve. Forget what thing IMF they try to tell you, right? It goes to reserve. It goes to paying our debt. You know how much interest would they pay our debts right now? Anyway, but I thank you. Bye.
Yeah, yes, exactly. So basically, better money no they gain for maintain the spending of the country. So
No, it's not.
So this loan, this facility, they open them so the country go continue for operate. not because of President Bill adhere to the thing and they, yes, they adhere to the thing and they create a situation whereby the other loans then will be get interest. They release some disbursement. IMF gets several type loans them. But
Exactly.
this one, for like a country eligible for this extended credit facility, my brother, Allah put them back though. You get for the, and look at the meaning of the word protracted balance of payment problems. Hey, boy, my brother.
The modern grade, you know, then this company they would the grade countries based on your credit rating, they were gonna degrade us in the next 2 months because we were going in a serious financial crisis.
Exactly. So for
let's not pretend.
Yeah, for Lex Salona default on its debt.
Yes.
IMF they come in now for help out. So not because President Bio they do well. If it be they do well, the country not forget to this level. Because it all throughout from 2018, if they get money and if they get Boku grants, with all the grants they will don't get, we still there at a situation Usai we get less than 2 months of we foreign reserve. Hey, me brother, then you say now because they do well. Anyway, let me take another call.
And I want my brother, just last point, I want my brother for no say that yes, the president have done some things that are good. This is not like a criticism. We talk about the economy here.
Yes.
We talk about this is bigger than the so-called partisan politics who they play.
Yeah.
You know, this is about our people, and this has been going on for a long time. This is both sides. That's why you also bring EBK into this.
Yeah.
You see, and but I know we need to take down the politics prison into this down a little bit and look at the reality and the actuality and the facts.
Exactly.
Just look at the facts. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you, bro. Let me take another call. VOS Network. Hello, caller. What's your name and who say they call you from, please?
Mr. Kargbo, me again, Alusain. I just want to follow up with what you had to say.
Okay. And then while did
I not talk to salon economy de boom. I not talk that all day. Salon economy de under distress. I make them go to IMF. All man sabi that one day. Even America say for do so. The campaign right and the economy right depend. If you wouldn't get low interest rates, because food price where you gonna for do groceries. You not go believe they say that 2.9% inflation day. But believe where you go for buy food now you realize it's not to 2.9. Just like when you go to salon, they say that 25% now. When you go to the market for go buy now you realize it's not to 25%. But I don't know how they calculate everything in color, but the food price in America is very expensive. Fish will be buying $5. Now you're buying $13 per pound. $5 per pound. $13. Yes, will be buying $8. Now are they buying $35? So I don't know almost outside they say 2.9% inflation. At the same thing as alone, it's all over the world. What we mean about talk is the condition where they give Madabi, where they give the SFB government when they come 2018, they abide by they stick with the conditions. It don't start like when they give mortgage in this country where you go get loan. If you not pay on time, you're not eligible. If you not take anytime you go for you interest rate they give back, they go past almost percent, a double digit interest rate. And a subprime bank go lend the loan. So then a Santander or the subprime bank, they give up to 25%. Where if you pay on time, they'll give 0%. If you want to buy a motor car, or 0.9% for 72 months, or 0% for 36 months, something like that. Don't say 1.9 for external, based on your credit rating. Salon they go through financial problem right now. We talk about because based on what they do, that 5 years, they make IMF, they make the external for 38 months. Country they do like Afghanistan, they want to go for IMF, it's not possible. They don't give them. Not all countries eligible. Even countries like Greece with the struggle, forget IMF, if the Argentina, they be the struggle. You get 66 countries under this program we Salon this right now. That's 66 countries in the world. And they don't know right now. If you do the research, that's 66 countries currently do out of 199 countries. But Salon, now we export stuff now because when Madabio take over 2018, it closed like Mama and sorry that company with Timis be the one. That place with American income. That the mining it closed them. So the income not be did it, but now it don't begin opening up only the small I make they say the export don't increase as compared to 2018. Export don't improve. The income does the foreign exchange not stable a little bit. The only problem they get is now the tax like EDSA, they're not able to collect that money. What they're supposed to forget. Now one of the conditions I will review for because that gap they EDSA, they're able to generate enough income. Because electricity they make the country they get for drive the economy electricity. I make a big glad with the chief minister because we said thou shall not steal. Then church there and they mocks. We they forget that commandment we they by the Bible and we they by the scriptures. We say thou shalt not steal. We call them out because they see flight. Although they vex, but the reverend but that's fine.
All right.
Because the way you don't talk the truth, all thing on.
All right. Your time don't go way past. That's how way you go. So I know we'll go there about the chief minister and stuff. We better apologize, and we then pull out the information in terms of the people that we owe ETSA. We'll not even see the church and mosque as the top people that we owe ETSA. So I don't know why. Then you still talk. I don't know why you still talk about that. Okay. Again, let we not argue, but let make it clear about that example we give at the United States. I always see I'm there, but I will encourage you or any other person way doubt, go back to the program where I do about inflation. I break them down to like really, really low level. And inflation, it gets cumulative, what we call cumulative effect. That's where you talk about, say, you buy less and it be this percent, and you wonder, waiting make them say 2.9%. No, compared to the period. So if you buy, let's say, 100 leons or $1, you buy $1, and now it go up 2.9%. So that one way you buy $1 compared to 1 year ago, it be reduced by 2.9%. So meaning that the increase is 2.9%. But unfairly, what Donald Trump they do, and rightfully for other people they compare the term where in be dead to now, so not to year over year, so now 4 years span. or 3.5 years or so. When you do that cumulatively, it is more than the 2.9%. The 2.9% where they refer to actually, I think, at 2.5% now, I don't go down.
2.5 years.
2.5. So the 2.5% now this August, this past August, versus August of 2023, the price change. So if you don't see, say, it don't go way more than that, then you they compare with probably 2-3 years down the road. So now the difference that. So, and that's now another more reason why salon people and for really concern say no inflation don't go down. So what did it mean? We get a caller on the line. Caller, hold on, let's just explain this part quick. What did it mean is from 55%, let's say 100 leons, you add 55 leons on top of that last year. Okay? So that means 155 leons. So now 25% inflation now. So what you they do is not to the 100 leon, you they add the 25% to. No. Now 25% of the 155 leons. So meaning that inflation, the rate at which things then they change, price then they go up, it don't slow down, but that's not necessarily means say the overall price don't come down. So the 25,
thank you, sir. Exactly.
So the 25%. So again, the comparison with America, then again now because of probably the level of education and they're not used to it. But you get things then where they cushion the price increase. Plenty people and their salary go up. And in fact, then they help for push inflation up, where we call the wage impact. So then wage go up. Unlike salon now, Boko people don't even get job. So for let people they absorb from 55% inflation and it continue for the increase. Now on top of that 55%, that was in October, according to the analysis of last year. So when you look now, from that time they tell now, price then still they go up, added to that 55% shock. My brother, things then difficult in a salon, given that people are not even get job, let alone the wage.
Yes, people they commit suicide.
And anyway, the situation at salon is way worse than America. It's not comparable, my brother. It's not comparable.
Just like die. With Monday for Monday on the same day.
All right, but that way where you did talk about we go into this facility, this extended credit facility, because of we prudent in we economic management than the misinformation. Now the opposite completely, because we're not prudent in we economic management. Now it make the economy they in a dire situation when now IMF they rescue the country because water don't pass flour. And we'll all take
the same talk. At the same somebody talking right now. They make whole China.
Trump now political
biggest debt in the world.
Now political
debt in the world.
Anyway, let's take another call. Because I want to focus more on Sierra Leone, because the America experience is completely different with the salon experience. The America people then get income, and as a matter of fact, over 90% of the people them where they look for job get job, unlike salon. But anyways, VOS Network. Hello, caller. Waiting on your name. You said they call for WhatsApp. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Kargbo. The call from Virginia.
Hello, bro. Thank you very much. What's your take on the program, sir?
Yeah, please. May God bless you. May God bless your family for this legacy where you continue with the opportunity. let's say they contribute that we contribute. You know, people they're not too honest to themselves. Make us just give small thing about this country, America, and that is what I'm called. America, what they so they pay the minimum wage that be $12. But where they not say everything don't go up, now the minimum wage now $18 now. Straight away they escalate some up. You understand? Then we're able to pay for most of the things they will get and we get a job anyway. Pass you now for work, pass you I do now for work, but there is a job anytime you able to for get money for let you pay for let you survive. And secondly, the medical facility where you sick that this country, you go to hospital, they treat you for nothing. At the end of the day, they look the money for, so they treat you. At the end of the day, they send the bill. And if you're not able to pay the bill, at the end of the day, you send out their church system or their organization, they pay them back for you, not get that body day. So when they pass it, we're not getting a salon. You understand? Opposite type of compare America with salon, not complete lie. Not fair to themselves. It's bad. I get a shop in a salon when I be doing an estimate time, now 14 million euros to be the pay me for the place when equivalent to $2,000. Now, for this $2,000 now, the first way again say, how much money they make? We make that money again. And they give me 46,200,000. You see, when now the same money, remember, because a dollar is still they pay me. Now they pay me 46,200,000 because of the rate. For me, a benefit for me. But that today, I do for paying that money. That's for putting prices up and everything. So if we got to money, there's a lot of paying you. Not good on. You know, money no value. We got to pay more money. Like I give the example, also I give. So maybe they pay $40 million for $2,000. Now 46,200,000. Now they pay for equivalent to $2,000. So this tell the girls so the country in a bad shape. No matter what happen, they do. You understand? They be left at least 3 months plus. They be left but then they can look at that. If you're not asking, they don't pull all the money. If they don't pull all the money, they don't pull all the money. Why you not go sit down in the country and do you work with you dey for? He carry the country, say APC, they when they come, they go and lend money, When anybody lend money, like you say, you not get money. But now you go and lend so. And go and lend so money, which is completely uncertain. Say, you see, and they get by that, trust me, because they not so to level pay them, they don't go pay the camp, they don't put the money for them. Sell it low trust, you know benefit free. Anybody who says, you know go take the camp on the day. It's not just say we can't get the money, it's also get it. You don't need follow less for your side. That matter be in campaign on another day. And he said don't do from A to Z. What you want to do again after Z? Nothing again. People in the suffer in that country, they pay the client now because they didn't have this country. They each free money, they cover money, free money when they see they get medical facility. I mean they compare salon with America, which is completely not honest to themselves. If people say salon better, why not come go salon? Why not come go salon? Go stay the less outplay the stopper. People they say the outplay the stopper in that country. Complete stopper outplay in the stopper in that country. If they don't do it, let them money. Don't say that poor. They don't say that poor made the less money. Because that's not get nothing. Why not go sit down in the country and do something? But I will come back because I don't give me phone. Thank you, Mr.
Yes,
for the opportunity.
thank you so much, bro, as always. And again, we brought on a Sierra Leonean, but clearly, let we stop that. And now that's be making clear, saying where we did do this program. Let we pull party politics aside because waiting day in front of we, so now something we matter bill, just like how Anes Kroma right now, if not to be that cool way they accuse them of involvement and stuff, if I be there in country and then I in mansion, they live a way better life than the average person, way better. And as a matter of fact, it not necessarily means it because na former president, Yusuf as ordinary Sierra Leonean, Yusuf entitled for live and get basic standard of living. Now human right. You get a right for live in a decent way. But now they say mislead people only because if in the matter be yourself they say that I don't know if not because of advisors then they advise her wrongly and not they tell them the proper definition of waiting they go on. It they take them say oh it financially prudent. They manage the economy well. No, absolutely not. Just like I say, you know, go admit in hospital and you they brag say you healthy. You admit in hospital. That una self una stop though. Una stop. Because with all this, the financial the people and where mother build they go all over the place for say they go attract investors and stuff. They no say salon then hospital. Because we economy weak, we economy terrible. So we admit right now, we don't life support because this not technically life support. For like we no go bankrupt. So how investors then go come? And that video, and I make I play that video where Mother Bill they say, oh, because we did on the IMF program, then they go give investors then confidence and stuff, and that's also misleading. And waiting una you that video, and I be explain about decide for play that video there. If you go into the program, it's just like a rehab. If you go now rehab for kush, for example, not a way you just go rehab, people then go get confidence in you. Say this person not go again into kush. No. You get first for go into the program and I see you how you they cope with the program, how you they keep up with all the medication, if not medication, or the therapy and all that. And then get for assess you. If during like after 1 year or 6 months, depending upon how fast you will recover from it, when they assess you, and then the doctor or whoever they now the rehab center, it tell you fumble and say, well, this person it really don't sober, the possibility for a relapse a very slim. Until that assessment day, before the people you fumble you friends them, and even your girlfriend and whatnot, go maybe take you back because the doctor don't assure them say you don't go through partial program or all of the program successfully, and they don't reassess you and show say you not get for relapse. A similar way. You not go just go into the program and then investor their own camp. No, you sick. You really sick. So doctor get for come back and then reassess. So after that 38 months within Giwi, maybe sometime before that, they reassess and say, well, Salon now they're on track for then come out of the program. So they're able to sustain the economy until that assessment day. And then people are now go say, okay, well, IMF don't assess them. They don't go through the program successfully. So meaning that they don't learn the lesson or something like that. Then I go buy then debt. I go buy treasury. I go this, I go that. I go trust the country. So that for be the proper explanation. Not to where you go where because you day into the IMF program, so automatically that bring confidence. No, President Bill and the supporters them. That's misleading. So you get forced for go into the program, they reassess you and see say yes, Salon don't gain stronger foundation for like now then go able pay external debt. And then people then get confidence. But because of people do not get confidence in Salon economy, make Boku people decide not for invest. And the one they will invest, Boku pull out. We know say Boku business don't fall matter. They don't fall up. They left the country because of the entire the economic management. Very poor. So my brother, please stop that. This is not a campaign mode. No, now the reality until President Bill and his team realize saying the pathway that they go so is not sustainable. And that's make because of let the people the Salon people know how much they mismanage the resources of the country, make a one go after the Auditor General because now the only not to one of self, now the only institution that they will go show we how the government they spend the money. And that by itself, whether APC or SLPP, for frown upon that. Because like I tell you now, from now to 5.5 years down the road, this money we they give access to, we don't get for give access to, we not get for make any payment. So President Bill go don't go. So but guess what? Salon still there. So it no matter how that get for come. But it means Salon get for begin pay that money there. So if we not put them in a better use, for let we reduce the poverty and the suffering of the people in our Salon, now more hardship this they create. So now make to me, I've decided for come with this program. Say, yeah, let we celebrate cautiously. Let we take one last call and then I go wrap up. VOS Network. Hello, caller. Waiting on your name and who they call we from, please?
Yes, Mr. Kargbo, this is Lucine again. Sorry for.
Hello, brother.
Yes,
no,
sir.
you don't need to apologize, sir.
I've been listening to your presentation where you say President Bill left the left office. So that continuity. Anybody who can get for that a brilliant submission and the wiki. I agree with you 100%. I make wall for do what you get for do for make the country economy stable. For make the country would I get for paying like bill I pay like still. Would I get for other the smugglers go to Guinea or smuggle sin they go to Guinea or left the country. Maybe the country they boycott Salon Airport. They go flying to Guinea because of political reason and they affect the country. So I make it better now. This Salon now one country all get. What we all get for pray to God for, not to let Salon fail now for let him up. Let him up. Who does get chance let go plant now? If now consider you go plant stuff, you make gari, you feed the country. Or to send this for score political points. Or say, hey, let me have you fail with the because I say you social media. Salon economy don't collapse, not in the cost. Salon economy is under pressure because of the COVID, because of the war in the Middle East and the war in Ukraine. But the good thing is to get stability. God bless Samuel Kamara, we go sign that paper. That's right, that's where you go sign. And make the country stable in the Bitsenge. We God give it. And God give in that sense, because an innovator, God give in the sense for make it able to convince man for make it sign peace for that country. They become for me one of the country. I don't summit Maga not see APC sign peace with Albert Maga, sign peace with Chaka Steven. They go from party, only on the mind and brother, but they no sign peace. Shekika sign peace with nobody, with Momoka sign peace with nobody. Madabioka sign peace with nobody. And now that the first thing this was see, APC and SLPP sign peace. Now you go make the country go before. Now look at the young man, especially now when the MP they with the parliament. The young man them, like Abdul Karim the all. They go give the all wisdom and understanding. Like where they give this young man understanding, so with the let it mindset change. Don't forget about this old time. We'll put Salon down. Now we think about the future now. How the country go before small. Now Salon for the first time. Now we don't go. Now we don't win. Now we don't go African Nations Cup back for under 18. There is if we continue for under 20, then they succeed until I go for take them big one and place in 2-3 years time when they're 21. Then see what they think about. Now Salon they get Salon remember forget Lunge Bridge. Let God make that happen. So put local go be, so put local, this is go be like a free tongue. If chance day. I don't say nobody think about feed salon, the law able for people to sell the export. But I've been go where they go so. Now go where they go. Unfortunately, this politics I make like an Eskimo Posidon, like country lady enjoy riches now we don't get, we don't live for. So now look inside there as a refugee. Nigeria, all the former president, all in the country, they always celebrate. In go sit down, they go sit down among them. We're ashamed. If you don't country, at this way you don't come out, a cow is done, now the one be there. Muhammad holding Ghana, the whole thing in the country, you go sit down as a refugee as I voting for this power struggle. Let God bless Kamara. Despite the rate right now, but what he doing the right thing for the country. He say no go sit down. It's not illegal for me to go on fire. It's not possible. Now pray to God this trajectory we don't get in the color will continue. I see they go so small.
All
IMF
right.
loan will volume. The world get them. They will not pray to God let anybody fail. Maybe not politician. I don't want to join political party. By God, I don't go ever join political party in this world.
Well, thank you.
Thank you right now. Welcome.
Thank you for the prayer. And this we all want. And indeed, 100% I agree with you. We not for pray. Let President Bill fail. I know say na good politics to the politicians them. But guess what? If he fail, now the country, because again, and not get for personally be liable for the debt. It go left the debt. Then where we get for begin pay them debt here, it means we dey take from the current budget and pay them debt then they. So the money we got for left after that, depending upon how big the payments be, it not get for be sufficient for pay for use programs them we're going to improve people in life. But anyways, thank you, bro. Again, Fambulem, let I just read the team them way according to the people them way go na saloon for go do the assessment, go make the assessment before they submit them to the management and executive of IMF for let them go sign approve this money. Waiting at the thing then wait and say. I highlight this part because I want for let we go through them. So they say the new ECF, meaning the new extended credit facility arrangement, would aim to. So this is not the expectation. What do they expect this arrangement for do? Number one, they say for restore stability by bolstering debt sustainability, addressing fiscal dominance, bring down inflation, and rebuilding reserves. Let me talk about this number one first. So, how you go able for sustain your debt if you still they overspend, meaning that you they spend more than the revenue you they get, so you they go into more debt. So for let you able sustain the debt, you get forced for reduce the debt, or at least you keep them at the same level, or a level where say if things then better, you go to manage. But not to that what they see. The second thing, addressing fiscal dominance. What does that mean? Fiscal mean the government side. Because when I say monetary, at the Bank of Sierra Leone side, but the fiscal, at the government side. So, but we all know, instead of then stimulate the economy in a way that it will attract private sector businesses, then for go open a salon. No, within the president and in team they do, now for just open more government jobs for in people them. So meaning that this expectation now follow they address that. But we not see that. So now make they say the current policy where now in President Bill from the 2018 policy, now you just continue with. In Fly, for example, and the big government, so nothing not change. So this then they explain why Salon get into this trouble in the first place. So that day, I don't know how we go be. Oh. Now, bringing down inflation. And let I make it clear, inflation, even at in place here, it can come down because of the economic weakness. Because we get different types of inflation, how inflation within the drivers, the thing the way they push inflation go up. I will explain that. I will encourage you now for go to VOS and search for that video there where I explain about the types of inflation, within they cause inflation, and how for solve the inflation problems. I explain that. So now the expectation is for bring down inflation. So, but again, for bring down inflation, na good thing. But the tools then where we they use for bring them down, like then commend the governor, the bank governor, or the Bank of Sierra Leone, saying that they'll increase interest rate. But me fumble them, generally, when you increase interest rate, you then discourage businesses them for trust money and invest because the money you then get for payback, you get for high. If you not believe me, una ask them Akituman the way they go, trust microfinancing. But cough they not get mind for do them again because the interest rate very high. So small shake up for your business, you dey in trouble because the interest rate very high. So that way where the interest rate high, it will reduce the economic activity, the growth. And in the happen yeah, where for fed inflation, the Federal Reserve, the chairman, increase interest rates. Now, Canada and other developed countries, them they increase interest rate. But now that the economy done the weak, so waiting they don't begin do, they cut interest rate. And even South Africa, the Bank of South Africa, they cut interest rates now. So una see where Salono then at the right track because we allow the reckless spending, the terrible economic policies push inflation go to that level where we suppose now, like any other country, because the economy now the world they slow down, where we for the cut interest rates now for stimulate the economy, but because we interest rate, we inflation high, we're not able to do that. So now the choice where we they go with now for continue for increased interest rate, so the inflation will come down. So at the expense of weakening the economy. So meaning that salon economy, I don't see how we go boom anytime soon. Because we, like how that video say, in terms of we export, commodity prices, if the global economy they slow down, so meaning the people who for buy the mineral resources of Salone, they slow down, money no day or activity no warrant for let them come and buy we things them, so we get for short. And when we short of money because of the they buy we goods, we minerals, guess what? Still the government get for run and it get for pay salaries. This way we don't increase in cabinet, so don't balloon them. It get for pay them people and they. So meaning that the deficits go continue for increase. So usai you suppose for stimulate the economy by cutting interest rate because you reckless spending don't push inflation go up. So we not able for do what in the other country than they do for stimulate the economy. So you not go into recession. So they choke the economy because we continue for the fed inflation. So now see why I say Salono they in a good track. The economic policy they work. So I will say the previous call and the last call, but I'll take one last call and I will try for end in the next 5-10 minutes after the call. VOS Network. Hello caller, what's your name and who side you call from, please? Hello caller. What's your name and who side you call from? All right. Honorable gets that call at the so now that's not the first expectation from this extended credit facility arrangement for restore stability where you they boost the debt sustainability, addressing fiscal dominance where the government na in the higher for the most part. So we not see much of private sector involvement, and for bring down inflation and rebuilding the reserves. And what I really talk apparently one for convince we say President Bill very prudent, he handle the economy well, but not so true. So now the expectation for this facility, the arrangement we then get with IMF, now for let we boost that reserve because we foreign reserve, it don't go down big time. So now it be less than 2 months. If Salon no get money other side, less than 2 months, Salon no go bull. In about 2 months, let's say, Salon no go bull for order pay for waiting they import. And we know say import very, very critical for let the country push go before. So the number two expectation, they say support inclusive growth through reforms, including the narrow gender gaps and targeted, I want to underline that, targeted social spending. So you see, instead of they engage in proper reform, what thing they do? They put politics into the reform here. So they make reform where go continue for keep them a power. Economics, like our this popular guy, we na be the I believe so at that time where Clinton be the own na be campaign manager James Carville. He asked, and then they really paralyze senior George Bush, where he says the economy is stupid, but sadly enough, Salon people them, even though the economy they tell we say President Bill not in at the right track, people are still they defending policies. And that's they making it they listen, that they make it they feel say in policies then they work. Now for right now, now stop gap. The policies they're not to expansionary policies them, not to policies them where they stimulate the economy. For right now, like that inflation, fighting inflation and stuff, then an adjustment for address inflation. But when they do that, the policy then where they put in place for do that, it choke the growth of the economy. It make the economy near they go as fast as it's supposed to go, because you deliberately they deprive the activities for let you able for deal with inflation. So the other part now, when are the number three expectation. So by the way, the spending, that number two, it talk about targeted social spending. So the government still get for spend, but let target the programs them, not a political nonsense. You go spend on and say, oh, the government don't they spend by this, don't they spend by that. And I make it clear. Say even the so-called free education, it's all politics. The people that were supposed for vulnerable, the picking them way for be vulnerable, picking them were supposed for be target of the government for take care of them picking and they like them small girl picking them where they not eat. Where maybe the mama and papa, if they don't die, now you know more they take care of himself. The auntie or uncle no care about them and stuff. Or even if their parents then they are alive, they're not able to afford. So now in get for pay for feed them. So you get for go na treat, go be a shower. So now them picking in day. And then picking them the way they parkush, no like they are able about them and stuff. Not to the one way them people are able to afford if you go pay school fee for. So you don't need for extend and that way they because salon able to afford. So now the free education, you say you they do them, but guess what? You still get social issues then. So instead of you for don't just target them picking them way for whatever reason, not able go to school, and then the balance of that money they you put them into stimulative targeted programs, social programs, because resources very, very scarce. We don't get plentiful resources and not unlimited where you can just do any kind of thing. No, even at them country here, they get targeted program. But you not target, you just say because of na easy way that for let una engage in corrupt practices, embezzle the country money, say no, we go spend 20 whatever percent of the GDP on education, period. Una not tell people them the breakdown, nothing like that. Where una don't hire una self and boku of that money they go per salary. So tell me how it be beneficial to the average person, where you suppose for to use a lot of that money there to other programs them, where go better the life of the people them, where go stimulate economic growth. So the third one say confront corruption as well as strengthen governance, institutions, and the rule of law. So Fambulem, and then conclude and say these objectives would advance the poverty reduction and growth aspirations outlined in Sierra Leone's medium-term national development plan. Bifambulem. So this article bring formed corruption, confront corruption. So people who they feel say corruption or and stuff, why if any way into this article? And talk about we institutions them and the rule of law. So President Bill they bastardized the constitution, and now it don't state capture almost all the institutions them, including this one who they struggle with. So the audit service Sierra Leone. So IMF, the recommendation talk about that clearly. Say for strengthening the governance system of the country and the institutions in the country and also the rule of law. And then they clearly lacking. So last, let we look at the things there now, wait and say, making durable progress in fighting poverty and raising standards of living will require a commitment to reform, sustained political and social consensus, and well-targeted social policies. Promoting gender equality and increasing women's economic participation are crucial to boosting Sierra Leone's growth potential. So too are reforms to enhance the business environment by improving EDSA's operational and technical efficiency, strengthening customs administration and transparency, and addressing climate change risks, guided by the MTNDP 2024 to 2030. Steadfast progress in addressing these challenges will be critical. So Famulem again, they don't make it clear now. Yeah, that border where they talk about EDSA and stuff. It's very important for let we able to get sustainable electricity in that country there, because businesses then depend on it. So now from that angle, the IMF they suggest that we need for boost the electricity supply in that country there. Because otherwise, it go too expensive for the business that operates in the country. So it's not the priority. Not to down the priority now for give themselves more position. Increase the wage bill. So where you don't spend so much for pay salary, government salaries, waiting for left again for take care of the other things then. Not much. So Fambulim, This here is my conclusion. This IMF money we then go make accessible to Sierra Leone. We for cautiously glad. Glad in the sense that they don't kick the can down the road for less Salone declare bankrupt, meaning that we're not able to pay with bills. They don't kick the can down the road. So in the next how many months, maybe 3 years or so, according to the plan, we get money for we continue for the spend, though recklessly. But the thing we will for be mindful of, this na debt for the government we get for come after bill. Because the first term of that government day, it get for begin pay the debt. And that means that debt day, it get for reduce the money we get for left from the revenue that they collect for pay for things them like hospital, the essential services. So meaning that Salone go still there under life support, even after President Bill left office, if he get for left. So now see why me no see any reason for gladdy. Let we gladdy if we see say then spend the money wisely, waiting the money intend for do for reduce poverty and the suffering of the people in other country there. Until that, me no go gladdy. I would just caution una, both SLBP and APC, but specifically the SLBP folks like who border with it I forget excuse. And to say President Bill they on track because of it they handle the economy well, now he make IMF give this facility. That's wrong. Absolutely wrong. Now because they manage the economy well and IMF whether na per paper, but the number one concern now the vulnerable people the poor people will go suffer if they not do anything. Now it make them come to the rescue of Salone and say, okay, well, you get into financial trouble, so we not go even give loan where you go begin pay interest right away, or where you go even pay interest. So this one where they give you not get for pay any interest per now. So just pay back, and the first 5.5 years you not get for pay nothing. For no more let you able to get yourself together. So that's not a good thing. It just happened almost say with politicians them because of for whatever reason we not get way for all them accountable. Say no pa, you take this money, you spend on this way, you for return them with interest and all that. We not get that mechanism there. We tried that in the form of commission of inquiry. He almost pushed the country to war. And again, the people that come with that, it's all about political witch hunt because I don't feel seen in the interest of the country. Because otherwise, then for able go about in a better way than the way they handle them. So Fambulema for say boku thank you to now all, and I hope no more say yes. The jargons then be there, but I hope say I clarify them for now and let una understand what this money mean. And let the politicians do not stupid we, including myself, say, oh, now because of President Bill, they handle the economy fine. Now I make IMF get this facility. Now completely false statement that. Now, in fact, the opposite. Now, because they handle the country in money fine, make the country in reserve don't go down, pass mark, and to an extent that IMF now say for let the people are not suffer too much in that country there because this program now for reduce poverty and suffering of the people make IMF set up this program. So because of the country they in a very difficult situation financially, so IMF assess and say Salone eligible, Salone qualify for day now this sort of how I go say support, life support mechanism. So Fambulem, not to something we will write home about at all. But yes, they don't get some money, they go get some money. October we will continue for pay in Cabal, where it don't give position, and sadly enough, are not really looking at the policies and not see say policy day we go bring betterment to the suffering, we go reduce the poverty and suffering of people many times soon. I not see that. If they're able to do them, I go really tell them Boku Tenki, and I go come on this platform and really praise them. But until then, to me, I'm very skeptical of this money because not just matter of time, then go back and say they need more money because they're not prudent, because President Bill not get that kind of experience, and the people away put there are people away for say yes sir to them. You know, I don't feel say the people I not doubt their experience, but they not get the stomach for say no sir, we'll not go trust you again. No sir, money no day for you to travel. We not get that at all. Unlike Naya, then get the advanced country, then get their mechanisms. Then we all know Canada, the Bank of Canada, the governor of the Bank of Canada, it make it clear, say it go stop for buy the country debt, because now that way the bank can they trust the government. So the same thing in America and Europe, but other countries them Europe, they do that, they stop for trust the government money, and are one of the ways that way they reduce inflation, because then they force the country, I mean the government, for look elsewhere for get money, and then they in fact push some government for let they reduce spending. So but we as alone, no. So we will go into trouble back maybe after 3 years and so. So then it look like say it's certain, because I don't see any clear indication say things then go better anytime soon. Sadly enough, not to say me na possibly they bring bad news, but that's not the reality. I don't see any potential given the way how President building on the country, way they reflect and say, no, this still what don't they do for the past 6 years, and they work. So I need for change strategy. I don't see that at all. So for them, instead, now other people they blame, and they blame himself. So family, I want to say boku thank you to now all we join the program tonight, and let God bless you out on our family. And they allow not swear the politicians them, because like I always can say, if we swear them, guess what? The country will go backward more and more. So let we just pray for let God touch their heart and let them think about the country first. And above all, that country where we all cherish, me, you, and everybody, when I say Leonean, cherish, where we call Mama Salon. Now, one great salon we get. So plenty time where we they deal with their issues here, my brothers and sisters, let we pull politics aside. Otherwise, that country day, APC, SLPP, matter how you day, we all go equally suffer. And particularly we picking that we're not born yet. And we don't want that. We want, if we don't pass on, like we lay dumb, with we mind the rest, if at all we able get that opportunity there. Let we look back and say we do everything in our power for make the country better for picking that will not be born yet. So Fambulem, let we pray and bless the one and only country, Mama Salon. Let God bless Mama Salon. I will encourage you now follow now tune in on Saturday where Sister Matilda go come on with the historical program, hopefully with Mr. Jamboria, with a program where they call Salon We All Now One Fambo. And then they talk about the similarity. So we get a lot more things them we bind we together than the things that we divide we as Sierra Leoneans them. So I go encourage you to follow now tune in to that program day, and that program they go come 5 o'clock New York time. With Salon time it will be 9 o'clock, and the time na UK will be 10 o'clock PM. And on Sunday, Mr. Jamboree, Mr. Shilon, and hopefully Mr. Jamboree will join them for another episode of Social Media Review. And that one day will be 3 o'clock, sorry, excuse me, 3 o'clock New York time. And that will be 7 o'clock Salon time and 8 o'clock UK time. So until Thursday for me, where I go sooner back now this humble station, me na Abdul Karim Kargbo, they say una thank you and una tata.